Hi, this is Sarah Meixel with 5M, and today we're here with Karol Bujoczek, and he is the editor of Top Agrar Polska. And Karol, you brought over about 40 to 50 farmers with you to kind of tour U.S. agriculture. And as part of your trip, I know you guys are obviously here at the World Pork Expo. Can you tell us a little bit about the pork industry and the hog industry in Poland?
Mm-hmm. Hello, my name is Karol Bujoczek. I'm the editor of Top Agrar magazine in Poland. We are the leading magazine for professional farmers, and once a year we are organizing a study trip for them in different places in the world. And this year we decided to come to United States, and especially to Iowa. We wanted to combine it with a show, and we came to World Pork Expo in Des Moines. So we are very excited to be here and to see how is the farming in Iowa and especially in the US. We know that farming in the United States is a very strong business, and we see also US farmers and those products coming to Europe, and probably there are one of our competitors, but of course colleagues of farmers. The pig production in Poland has been changed quite a lot because, as you probably know, we had a communist time from the Second World War until 1989, and the structure was frozen for that time. We had quite a lot of small family farms, but owned by private people, what was something strange for the whole communist system. 75% of the land was owned by private people in Poland, and only 25% owned by state. So we had traditionally very small farms. Now they are developing, and the pig production was very strong. We were one of the strongest country in the pig production in Europe. In last years, we have the self-sufficient rate more than 100% because we exported some pigs. But since we came to European Union in 2004, and the open market was not only for our products but also for other products, we in the small structure lost our position in the pig production. So we used to have in 2004 about 600,000 pig producers. Now the number dropped until 160, 150,000, and a lot of small farmers just stopped production, and the bigger ones didn't recover those numbers what we lost through the small ones. At the moment we see the big concentration on the slaughterhouses. We see the concentration also in fattening. We have become important piglets importer from Denmark, and Poland is a strong fattening facility, I would say, but we lost the piglets production. So now we are trying to help farmers to invest in the sow facilities to have our own piglets. And we see that the concentration in the processing industry and in the meat industry requires concentration in the pig production on the farm side. We have, of course, mostly private producers. We have the international drivers like Cargill or Smithfield. They are also dealing on our market, and they are trying to integrate the system. We have the contractor feeders in Poland. There is a big discussion between farmers. Is it good or is it not? Because some of them don't feel themselves as an owner, as an entrepreneur, because they lose part of entrepreneurship, but they have some significant secure of their income on a certain level. So everybody have to decide what is best for him. And in Poland, we are not only producing pigs, we are quite a strong dairy producer, because our milk production is about close to 10 billion liters per year. And in Europe we finished with a quota system. So since the 1st April of this year we have the free market for milk. and we export about 25 to 30% of our milk production. 80% goes to European countries, and other 20% goes to third market, which are other markets outside Europe. But this year, as you probably know, we have a problem with the Russian embargo, and the Russian embargo caused problems a little bit for the milk producers, for the dairy sector, but the big problems for the fruit sector, because we were a very strong exporter for apples to Russia, and from that time they stopped importing our fruits. We have collapse on the market, but thanks to some initiatives it has recovered, but farmers couldn't earn enough money. And Poland altogether has improved quite a lot the agriculture. We have strong farms, we have bigger farms which are very competitive, but on the other side we still have small family farmers which couldn't survive without any support from the European Union. And in the new financial perspective since 2014 until 2020, we can say that they are secured. But in the farm society, there is also a big discussion in which direction should we go. Should we support the bigger progressive farmers, or should we help the smaller ones? So the agriculture policy, in opinion of the bigger farms, has become the social policy for the smaller farms. But there has always been a combination, especially in such a country with a big variety of the farms, because we have about 1.37 million farms with land more than 1 hectare. But farmers which has a future and they can invest and keep their farm in next years, there would be about 100,000 out of it. So you see what is the difference. We have a lot of small owners, small farms, but the number of the bigger farms, it would be about 120,000.
Very good.
So that's the situation in Poland.
Great. Thank you very much for your time today, Karol.